In this video, we're going to go and give you a close inspection of the car to see, point out any flaws and things in the car so you can get to know the car a little better. We're going to start at the front, and if you look at this grille and surround, when the car was restored, the surround was replated, but the grille itself, the teeth in particular, I don't remember if the bar was replated or not, but the teeth are the original teeth. They've never been re-chromed. That's how nice this car was when we started. So there's a few, if you look closely at them, particularly over here I noticed, there's a little bit of stuff right there and here, a little bit of dots and things. But
It's
not,
original.
but it's original, yes. And I kind of like nice original better than restored if we can get nice original. Anyway, everything else in the front has all been replated. All the bumper bullets, the end pieces and so forth, the surrounds around the headlights. And if we work our way around the car, paint is smooth, it's nice. If we look at the car, I can't see in the normal daylight, but if you look very closely at it, to be honest, this cowl vent, if you look at it with fluorescent light, you could see it's breaking up down inside a little bit. Not bad at all, but nevertheless, it is what it is. I wanted people to know that. I don't know if you could even see that on the camera or not. In this light, it doesn't show at all. So moving on to the door. These cars were never known for their fits and finish. Notice it's pretty good though. The seam is pretty good. It's pretty level. Back here at the back, we've got nice gaps. Now at the bottom, it's out a little bit at the bottom. That's very common on these cars. It's flush at the front, but as you come to the back, it comes down at the back. 90% of them are like that, probably all of them are like that. Okay, as we get back to the gas cap, original gas cap, very rare, hard to find, and got everything there it's supposed to be. It's all correct. This is all nice. This gap, if you look, there's a picture in 1970, and it shows the car, and that same gap is there. This gap is not adjustable. It bolts down. There's no adjustment that it could be slid over. People over restore them. They to get the gaps close, they put fiberglass resin and so forth and build it out, but we wanted to keep it like it was built originally. The quarter panel is nice. I don't see any problems at all on it. All of this back here is nice. These exhaust extensions, notice how tight they are. Most of them are all busted up inside. These are not. These have nice the holders for that so that they're all nice and tight. They're both about the same distance out that I can tell, and they're in the center pretty much. The gaps on the trunk, notice, I think up here, right there, the paint's coming apart a little bit right in here. This is lacquer, and lacquer, it's unusual for lacquer to stay this nice this long. And the reason it is this nice for this long is because it's been kept for its entire time since restoration in a climate-controlled garage. It's 70 degrees year-round in there. Going around, the gaps are all nice. Coming to this side, there's, if you look right in here, there's a little bit of stuff breaking up in there. So I hope the camera can pick it up. I don't know if it can or not. Now on this side, the gaps again, and they're worse on this side than over on the driver's side. The door sticks out a little here, sticks out again at the bottom, similar to the driver's side. Coming around to the front, it's a little tight up here, and it opens up. That's the way they made them, and it's hard to do anything about it. Coming back around to here, there's a little bit of stuff in this piece of trim. It's not perfectly straight, but it is that. Okay, if we go to the, is there anything up there, Mary?
Very minor. Very minor.
What's this? Oh, that's just dirt. Okay. Something here. That's just dirt that rubs off.
It's dirty.
Okay. Hubcaps, They all look just like this one. They're new old stock reissues, and they were never on a car until they were on this car. And I put them on after the NCRS judging because I had the original caps on and they had some flaws, and I was deducted 3 points per wheel cover, so I went out and I paid a fortune for these. A set like that now is over $4,000. Okay, let's go to the motor. Maybe open the hood. Okay, some things about the motor. Put them on that side first. I noticed when the car is idling, I heard some noise like a rumbling noise, like a rattly noise. I think, but I'm not sure. I think it's this. When the car is idling and this shakes, it's either that. No, that's tight. Or it could be this. But I don't think it's that. I think it's the water bottle. And anyway, I could probably fix it. I'm going to look at it later, but I'm not guaranteeing because it might not be that. But anyway, notice another thing. See the battery? Originally, I bought a reproduction battery. It cost a lot of money, and I found that I could use a battery out of Tractor Supply, 6-volt battery, inexpensive. Keep it 3-4 years. Put a new one in just to be sure. Most of these cars have problems starting. This has never had a problem really starting. And the reason for it is the motor was built correctly in the first place, so it's not overly tight. And also it's kept in tune. You got to have the carburetors right, you have to have the spark right, the timing I mean, and you have to have the ignition wires and plugs good. If all that's right, this car starts right up. And a lot of problems come when people assemble the cars and it's just a little too tight in the bearings and then the piston clearance, the ring clearance I mean. So anyway, so much for that. The shielding's all right. There's chrome shielding, chrome top. It's correct. The cars in this sequence of building, they did that on some of the cars, and that's a proven fact. And it's in Nolan Adams' book about correctness and so forth. If we can go around to the other side quickly. A couple of things I did here. There was a time when I would shut the engine off in the car and I would notice gas dripping down out of the side draft carburetors, and I discovered that it was too much pressure from the fuel pump, so I put this fuel regulator in. See, it says Napa right there, and if you don't have the regulator in, it's 5 or 6 pounds of pressure, and it unseats the needle and seat assemblies, and of course the gas can keep coming out. So put that on, set it at 2 pounds per inch or whatever, it's 2 pounds, and never had a problem since. And you can go down a highway 60 mile an hour no problem. It never misses anything. Everything's correct under here as far as I know. Even the clamps, the hoses, everything is what it's supposed to be. Correct head, 241 head. The motor's correct. I can't get under there to check it, but I know it is. It wouldn't have passed NCRS inspection if it wasn't. One other thing, the fan belt, I believe, is the correct numbered belt that I was knocked down for, originally, and then I changed it. If the wheels are turned all the way one way or the other, that fan belt does something that it's a little bit too close to the generator or something. Never mind. I'm not sure what it is, but anyhow, it is what it is. It's not a problem. Okay, let's go to the top. I forgot about the top. Okay, windshield. Windshield's the original glass, and except for some there's a bit of, this is amazing glass. It's 1954 glass. It's never been changed. Look at the molding. Everything looks really good there.
Isn't there a glass stamp? There's no glass stamp.
There is. That's on the other side, I believe. Might be over here.
Nope.
Right, there's LOF. Libby Owens Ford, what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Need a white paper or something.
Yeah, well, I don't know, it's not going to show. It's good. Anyway, top fits nice and tight. The top is faded somewhat, as you can see from the pictures and from this video. It's not perfect, but it's too nice to change as far as I'm concerned. The back window's nice. There's a little bit of rub marks right here from the top going up and down. But it's a nice fitting top. I mean, this top was down until just before we decided to put it up to take these pictures. One last thing, we're running out of time.
Do you have the tag for the top?
Oh yeah, there's a tag. I don't have it here.
It's in a book. It's in the house.
I know, it's too far away.
Well, I know, but you could just say
Okay.
there's a tag.
Yes, there's a tag that goes right here, and it tells you about the convertible top. And I use double-sided tape when I take it to a show and stick it on there, and it looks like it's a brand new top. But you can't leave it on, because if you try to clean a car, it gets wet, or if you drive it with it, it blows off, and it's just it's only for show. Okay, one last thing I want to cover is the trunk. I took the mat out so we could see what's here. The mats, there's photos of the mat and so forth, and that's the spare tire. It's new, it's never been on the ground. The jack, I didn't take it out of there. I'm almost certain that it's the original jack, not a reproduction. Original jacks are worth a lot. They're valuable. I don't know the difference, but anyway, that's the jack. And this is all the original stuff. This is all original. Side curtains are inside of here. I showed photos with the side curtains in. They're very nice. This is the jack handle. You can see all these pieces are nice. It's not all busted up. Inside the trunk. Oh, one other thing. In case you're curious, that is not a wire for the license plate light. That is the wire for the license plate light. That is the wire on this right side for the radio antenna. There is a grid in, if I close this up, there's a grid across here inside the glass that's an antenna. And so there's no antenna on the car. The radio relies on this grid that's inside the trunk with that lead-in wire for radio reception. I think we covered it. Oh, let's start it. Did you stop it?
No.
I'll start it.
13 minutes in.
Okay. I just want to start it. I don't have the keys.
I thought the keys are in it.
No, I used it to get in the trunk.
Oh.
Let's see if I can reach in. I was going to rev it up to show. Go back. You may, I don't know, I wasn't back here, but if you see a little bit of blackish cloud, so this car tends to run rich. All of these do. They're over carbureted. If the car's idled a lot or driven in traffic at stoplights and so forth, it'll tend to run rich. The car is designed really to be driven on an open road, and it's not like it's a problem, but sometimes you'll get a couple little dots around the exhaust from the richness of the mixture. Okay, thank you for watching.